Allow me to explain your new 4-phase superconductive grid system. Okay? Up on the left-hand corner, you have your power in from the grid, whether it be solar or grid power, anywhere from 220 to 600 plus volts. It really doesn't matter. This is your shipping container, 40-foot long shipping container, between 20 and 40 foot, depending on your thermal load. First, talk about the simplicity of the complexity of this. I provide this boiler tank. This tank supplements the tank that you have in the ground that you're drawing water from. There's no need to draw that water anymore. Now, the power from linear Paul magnetism comes in and superheats the primary boiler. That primary boiler sends fuel down this line to your existing boiler, a copyrighted, formula patent protected fuel that I produce that doesn't have any CO2 emissions. So after your boiler is finished burning the fuel, it comes in here and is attached to the return line of superheated steam back to the primary boiler. Once the primary boiler accepts that steam and catalyzes it through the protected catalyst, that it's just makeup water after the catalyst is in situ. The steam becomes extremely hot steam into your pulp. So your processing times will be much faster, I promise you. Now, your cold steam after your processing and the empathy is left in the pulp from your extraction process comes here, and your cold steam comes back into your boiler. Just as you were due right now, except you just need to put a lid on your pulp pot. Comes back in to here, to the boiler, and gets superheated in a closed loop system so that you can maintain your thermal load and run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you want to shut down, you guys don't want to do anything, you just let it run and maintain its heat. It doesn't matter. You're not going to be using any electricity. You're going to be making electricity. This circuit here is called Stream Me Power. We go directly from steam, heat, directly to electricity with a 98% efficiency. There's no moving parts in this. It's a fuel cell that I developed that'll be part of your system. That electricity helps run the backfeed back to the grid through these lines here. It backfeeds and goes back to the grid as reactive power back to the grid. You are giving them with your solar active power, and they're charging you for reactive power because their generators have to work against your active power. But if you give them reactive power, their generators turn into motors and you make more money. Basically a net zero system, plus positive, based on Ohm's law and resistance of superconductivity. Now, your power out comes from your new superconductive grid. You can run your TVs, your computers, your thermal loads, your motive power, electric motors, or your lights, or your heat presses. Whatever you want. It's perfect phase angle power. Plus, this power, I'm giving you a tap. You can take this power, run it 10 miles away. I don't care what you do with it. Sell it to your neighbors if you can get into a contract with them. I don't care what you do with it. That's my gift for purchasing a system. Run your homes, run your welders, run your big old shop out of it that's next to this. I don't care. Dig a trench. You're a farmer. Figure it out. You know how to run pipe and you know how to lay pipe. Okay, that's you. So that's your basic tutorial. Welcome. you are. Next questions that can be answered are based on your thermal load. You said you've got 3 10,000 gallon tanks you want to heat up. That's perfectly fine. How many do you want to heat up? I've already spec'd you one boiler, one container. All I need to know is what you want to run. It's not going to matter. I've already spec'd this size to cover your 3 10,000 gallon tanks. Everything else is just gravy. Okay? I hope that was self-explanatory enough to you. Hope you enjoy this Super Bowl intermission commercial.